Sitting here at the mall, at the Chalkamika Mall here, talking to Sid Shukin, and we got talking about Larry Rasky, and Larry Rasky is a good friend of mine. He's dead now, and he used to be a male nurse at the hospital here, and Sid used to work in the x-ray department, and we're talking about some old days when Dr. Carpenter was here, and I didn't know Dr. Carpenter used to be at Salmo. So I'm going to ask Sid to tell us a little bit about his life here, working with Larry. So what year did you meet Larry, Sid?
Well, it was shortly, Larry, like,
Go ahead.
I don't remember what year it was, but shortly after that, I got to know you, and
Yeah.
you knew Larry, but
Well-
and then every time you see him, you'd be telling me about him.
Yeah, Larry, I met Larry in 1973. What happened, I came here from Prince George, and I was in Cranbrook one day, and I was talking to the lady who worked in the shop, and we were talking about music, and she said, we got a guy named Larry Rasky who's a good steel player. So I phoned him up, and we had coffee together, and for 40 years, we jammed together and played music all the time, and he finally passed away in Kelowna, and I would go and see him at the care home, and Larry was laying at the care home, and he was staring at the roof. He couldn't see, and they wound up cutting a hole in his neck here, and they were feeding him through a feeding tube. So I went to his daughter, Rhonda, and I said, Rhonda, what are you doing? Well, Dad wants to live. I said, Larry doesn't want to live like that. So I would go to see Larry, and he was laying in bed, and I'd have to look over and see his eyes, look into his eyes so I could say hello to him, you know.
Yeah.
A wonderful man, you know.
Yeah,
And,
well, I knew him, and then I met you
Yeah.
shortly after that, and I knew you guys played, and then you played at Lakeside Park there, and we were in the cusp, I guess.
yeah, Bill Boykin was there. He ran that lots of times, too.
And then in the cusp,
yeah.
you were there, and
Yes.
he was there with his missus.
Yeah. Well, you know, with all those good times we had, Dr. Carpenter was my doctor for a lot of years, you know. So you must have some interesting memories of the old days, eh?
Oh yeah. Carpenter, he was a great guy. And Miller, they were both working there, and they made fun of themselves when they were being retired. Well, Miller, he.
Well, thanks for your comments here, Sid.